Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Michael Mantis and today we are going to be finding out what happens if you get Minsc before talking to Raphael, because I've heard on the grapevine there is some exclusive dialogue where Minsc actually breaks the fourth wall. But before we do that, we do need to go straight to the lower city in Act 3 into the bank, which is where I am currently set up right now. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do, because we are trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of 2025. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let's get into it.
What are they pulling their money for?
2 steps at a time.
Is Drow society, as the books say? It almost sounds tempting. Matriarchal
So
power
first things first,
flourishing
we need to go and talk with the
Welcome
head
to the counting
banker.
house. I'm head clerk Mead, honey. How may the Fellowship of Financiers serve you? We need only settle the matter of Joaquin's wage.
I have no idea what Joaquin's wage is, but I had to pay it because, like I say, we skipped a lot of things in Act 3 to go straight to the bank. I do just want to say at this point there is 2 ways of doing this. The first way is to follow the puzzle, which you can find hints to all around the accounting house. And there is another way to get into this, so I'm going to show you both ways. Here is way number 1. So that was way number 1. If you want a way to remember it, if you imagine the buttons on the floor are like a number pad, the code is 1356. You cannot step on any other pad and that will reset the code. Now this is way number 2 and it is my favorite way. It's kind of the way if you forget the code and it's more fun. I'll show you what I'm talking about. First thing you want to do is get some water and just throw it on the floor. Right in front of there. That will make the pad a little bit watery, and also the vaults. Next thing you want to do is use a lightning spell. So we're going to have a look. Do we have anybody with lightning?
Nice to be wanted.
We do. We have a Jahira. So let's do a call lightning right here on the water. And that short circuits the vault and opens it up.
Where am I needed? Keeping pace.
It's still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially. No.
Here is everyone's favourite and most lovable character in the entire game,
Moradin's cracked
Minsc.
play.
One of the best arrivals in Baldur's Gate, if you ask me. On a non-Origin world run, Will's got a pretty cool intro, but I think Minsc's intro is probably the best.
There is no gold in here!
Of course there isn't, Minsc. Of course there isn't.
If there is one thing Minsc hates more than beasts with bad breath,
Yeet!
it is those who are tricksome with the truth. And turnips. But you are no turnip. Let that be of comfort in your final moments.
Okay, so rather than do a big battle, we are just gonna fly back to the next spot. So bear with me while we do some studio magic. And there we have it. We are
Things out.
on our way to save Minsc. Now, for this point, it is very important to note that we must use non-lethal combat on Minsc and knock him out. We can't set him on fire, we can't do anything like that. And I'll show you how to kind of lock Roa Moonglow down here too.
All the coin seems to be there. If a little
Don't
blood
worry, I'm
stained.
not going to make you watch all of the
You lot are
dialogue. I'm assuming
enthusiastic
you're all
about
going to
your
go and do
Lord's
this
work.
at your own leisure.
Our
So,
Lady.
yeah, go and check it
We
out yourself
serve only
first.
the absolute.
Fight starts off with Shadowheart. Let's use a Flame Strike up top. Let's just do some damage right from the off. Next up is Will. Let's take out this guy up there. We hate this guy. We want the high ground, not you. Get off my platform. Suck it, nerd. Next up, Flame Wall from Jaheira. Let's do a little bit more damage to those guys up top. Raw Moonglow is actually up there as well, but more on Raw Moonglow in just a second. Minthara comes in with two absolutely crazy attacks, completely bodying that first one. Now, what you will see is Roa Moonglow actually tries to run away immediately. So what you want to do with Roa is when she runs to that back spot, try and do something that will take out the ladder that is next to Roa Moonglow. That will block off all exits for Roa, and you will secure the bag that has 10,000 gold inside of it. Little summon from Jaheira there. Minthara in again with just deadly amounts of damage.
No! No!
Chill out, Minsc, it's not the real Jaheira. Again, another big flame strike. And this is where I messed up, because the summon started putting these plant growths down, and I don't know what I'm doing with it. I accidentally set it all on fire. It was a whole mess. Minsc ended up on so much fire that I couldn't actually attack it for fear of actually killing it. So I had to wait for the fire to die down. Again, Minthara, crazy amounts of damage. Will playing cleanup crew here at the top. Lucky that didn't kill Roa. Actually, it doesn't make much difference. But we did end up knocking her out, so she is non-lethal. She may make an appearance at some point, but probably not. We knocked Minsc down, and again,
against the darkness
this
swarming
is
his
pretty
senses, a
good
single
dialogue,
light glows.
so I'm not going to spoil it for you all.
Rage, flaring brighter every moment.
Let's skip through a lot of this.
Killed.
No, we didn't, Minsc.
He won't stay down for long. Tell Euryalith to protect him from the Elder Brain's influence. Quickly!
Would actually highly recommend telling the Emperor to protect Minsc, because if you don't, then you then have to fight Minsc, or Minsc doesn't make it, gets transformed into a mind flare. I'm not entirely sure, but I know you can't recruit Minsc if the protection doesn't extend to him. Minsc just punches his way through this wall, gets a little bit lost, goes across to the wall on the right, punches that, realizes there's nothing behind it. Then he goes to the correct wall. Now, I am not going to show you any dialogue from in here because, once again, this is pretty spectacular dialogue. Go and look at it yourself.
I'm glad
Fast
you
forward
came.
to Raphael.
Not to my door. Not yet.
This is the last piece of the
But
puzzle.
to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
And because it's Raphael, we're going to skip a lot of this dialogue too. This dialogue is unchanged from the main
The moment I have
game.
your signature, you will have
You
the
sign the
means to
contract.
free Orpheus.
Because we have to.
The hammer.
And we'll just love
You
signing
guarantee the
contracts
crown will
with,
be mine
with
once
devils.
the brain is defeated. And I swear that I will never use the crown to dominate a mortal.
Yep, sounds good.
Perfect. One more rhyme, for old time's sake.
No, thank you, Raphael. I haven't got time.
It was unwise of you to sign yourself over to Raphael. Everyone knows that a devil binds you by your name. Unless you used a false name, You did, didn't you? Do not tell me Minsc will guess. Something foolish like... Shadowheart? No. Charez? No, that was the name of the tavern. Tavern? Tav! No, you are right, Boo. That is a stupid, stupid name.
And there we have it. The line that Minsc uses to break the fourth wall is making out that Tav is a stupid, stupid name. Always name your characters when you play Baldur's Gate. And if you've enjoyed this, please remember to subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.